Yeah, this was released for mobile devices before it went to PC, Steam specifically. Probably gonna be more like, touchscreen based. Some of the actions are gonna be like, oh, they could probably do this on the phone. Well, obviously, it's a mobile port controls. Interact by pressing left mouse button, left rotate objects, left mouse wheel, click and drag, navigate galleries, click arrows. So they're on the very edge of the corners. Mouse button, click and drag. Use your headphones. Take notes. Read. Dig into your memories. Do we have simple note? So we're gonna have this, and we will make a window capture of it. Simple note. I probably want to make this bigger. Alright, so we're gonna play this game, but we're also gonna, I'm also gonna type out stuff as it comes through. Let's see if it makes sense. The red notebook. The loading? Blood. There's blood everywhere. My hands, my arms, and my legs are covered in blood. I'm completely naked. Ooh. I'm alone. I'm sitting on the bed, not wearing any clothes. That's the first thing I remember. Um, the bed sheets are stained with remnants of dried blood. The blood on my hands is also dry. I wonder if it's my blood and where it came from. I touch my face and my head, and I check my stomach. There's a bandage tied around my ribs. It hurts to move. I'm wounded. How did this happen? Who did this to me? The room I'm in is pretty big. The decor is basic. There's a small desk, a wooden wardrobe, and an armchair in the corner. I don't recognize any of it. I don't remember if I've been here before. On the bedside table, I spot a telephone, what looks like a jar of pills. The ceiling fan spins round and round. I think the walls are painted, or maybe they are decorated with wallpaper. I don't remember. There's a window next to the bed. The curtains are closed, but light streams in. Next to me is a briefcase. It's black and made of leather, I think. It seems as though there's something inside, but I can't open it. It has a padlock. I struggle to get up and take a few steps in bare feet. The wound in my stomach pulses. There's a pair of sunglasses, several rolls of camera film, and a piece of paper with a map drawn on it. There are clothes scattered across the floor. I rummage around and find some pants and a pair of boots to wear. I put on a shirt too. That's when I notice a painting on the wall above the desk. There's nothing special about it, but I can't look away. I think they're birds. Perhaps, perhaps owls? Or is it an eagle? Um, no, I'm wrong. It's a black swan. Why did it take like 3 attempts to identify it? Hmm. Still haven't found anything that explains where I am. I wonder how the hell I got here. The door of the bedroom is ajar. I leave and go down some stairs. I reach a spacious living room. It's pretty empty. There's only a sofa, a round table, and chairs, a lamp, a fireplace, and a TV set. I don't recognize anything here either. There's no blood in this room. There's a door at the back of the room. I approach it slowly and realize that it's locked. Next to it is a window with the curtains drawn. I open the blinds with my fingers. That's cool. I can see the rooftops of the surrounding buildings. Nothing that rings a bell. There's nobody around, and not a single car. Everything seems so peaceful. Just smoke rising from the chimneys. And the few birds in the sky. I don't seem to be near the city. The sky is gray. I can't see the sun, so it's hard to tell what time it is. It could be around 2 or 3 in the afternoon. I'm not sure. It's cold. How long have you been here? Um, Before we look at the peephole, let's see this. Does this work? Um, so, first notes. On first page and briefcase. Briefcase, a 4-digit. Oh, I wonder what this is. I see. I think this is like to unlock it. But we don't have the code right now. So this looks like oh, 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 what the hell is that? Oh. Hello? Is anybody home? I'm here to deliver a package. Hello? I approach the door slowly on tiptoe. I hold my breath as I look through the peephole. There's a man outside. He has a beard and is wearing glasses and a hat. Sir, open up. I have a package for, is that J? Or F? F. Hansen? It's urgent. I don't say a word. He continues to knock on the door. He's holding a package under his arm. Come on, I know you're in there, so please open up. Now he's getting angry. Sir, I've been trying to deliver this package for days. The security guard told me that a Mr. or Mrs. Hansen lived in a yellow house, one of the odd-numbered apartments. But he couldn't remember which number it was. There are only 3 yellow houses, and I already asked your neighbors at number 15 and 19. No one that goes by the name of Hansen lives there, so it must be here. Come on, open up, please. He suddenly stops talking, and the knocking ceases. Silence. Is he still there? I know you're in there. The TV is on. I can hear it. I hear him as he turns to leave. But before he does, he threatens. Okay then, as you wish. Don't open the door. But I saw you arrive here with the girl. What are you watching?
So that it looked like a weathercock perched upon his spindle neck.
Hi, my name is Christina, and I'd like to wish a very Merry Christmas to the USA.
Really lacks somebody who during crunch time could say, hey, let's go, we're not going to lose this ball game.
Sports.
And the other area would be the center position. Well, nobody really feels that there's a center right now.
That's it. What's this?
Who says online users are a bunch of antisocial geeks? Look, here we are in this nice cafe, drink in hand, friendly people, and we're surfing the net. This is the Icon Bite Bar and Grill in San Francisco, where you get the best of both worlds, real people and virtual people. You can come in here and sit down, have a drink, socialize, and check out some cool websites, look at your email, or log on to your favorite news groups.
Man, cyber cafes were such a concept back in the day. I think right now, they turned into gaming cafes. The closest I've ever been to one is like computer class in elementary school. We didn't really have one where I live. I've never even been to one. Like there are a few of them in Japan and Korea. I know I know they're slightly more geared towards gaming. Like they're more catered towards gaming now. Tiptoe towards the TV and turn it off. That's when I think I hear something. A continuous drip. It's water. I walk from room to room looking for a running faucet. I go in the kitchen while all the faucets are turned off. Everything seems normal. For a moment, I forgot about the noise and open the door of the fridge. Perhaps I'll find something that will tell me where I am. There's nothing inside, just a few cans of beer. It doesn't seem as though anyone lives here. I keep searching. The noise leads me to an open door. It must be the bathroom. I go inside, and then, that's when I see her. There's a body in the bathtub. I think it's a girl. She's blonde and skinny. Her hair is covering her face. She's wearing a t-shirt, pair of tight jeans, and leather boots. Her clothes are splattered with blood. I walk over and crouch down next to her. She's not breathing. She's dead. Her stomach is covered in blood. She has a gunshot wound. Somebody has shot her. So when we click on the arm, 1973. 1973? I need to figure out who she is. I carefully lift her arm away from her body. I gently turn it and see that she has several tattoos. I turn it a little more to see some symbols and a number. But there's nothing that tells me who she is. I carefully move her hair out of her face, but I don't recognize her. I don't know who she is. Or do I? I get up and scrub my hands and face. It isn't easy to get all the blood off. When I take my hands away from my face, that's when I see myself in the mirror. My own reflection terrifies me. Who did this? Who killed the girl? Was it me? A million questions are going through my head. I turn off the faucet and leave the bathroom. I need answers. I scour the house in search of anything that can help me make sense of all this. I open drawers. I look inside closets. Nothing. Alternate looking class. Can I read this? Alice. Oh. The shelf below the TV set is lined with CD albums. There's also a book. I pick it up. The front cover is strange. It suddenly occurs to me to go out and look inside the mailbox. Maybe there will be some letters that will tell me where I am, and who owns this house. But I stop myself. Maybe that guy is still out there waiting for me. Or what if someone sees me? I should stay indoors. I go back into the bedroom where I first woke up. I open the drawers of the desk and find some matches, a pen, and some sort of device I've never seen before. I take a closer look at it. It looks like a label maker, but I think it's broken. This. Cards. And this is to cut off. Yeah. Second page. Mention 4-digit code. 73. Picture. I empty out the pockets of a pair of pants on the floor. I find a set of what I think are car keys. There's also a wallet. I open it and find some money and a video club card that falls out onto the floor. I take a look at the name, the picture. I'd say it's the girl in the bathtub. As I bend down to pick it up, I spot a safe box under the desk. I crawl toward it on my knees and try to open it. It's locked. Suddenly, something catches my eye. Something shiny underneath the bed. It's a gun. What is it? Could it be... Oh wait, you have to go, wait, go back. How do you go back? How do you go back? Go back, go back. Go back, go back, go back. Hello?
Listen carefully. I don't have much time. There's a black briefcase. You must open it. Start with the number tattooed on her arm. Subtract the number of the blank TV channel. Minus the apartment where you are. Please, you must find the red notebook. That's what's important.
Oh, can you repeat this? All I got was the number tattoo. Subtract the TV. Subtract TV something.
Please.
Alright, so right now. Alright, thank you. Number tattoo is 1973. The number on the blank TV channel. Might have to find that. So the apartment number that we're in. I remember. So it looks like it's a riddle, kinda. One of the odd numbered apartments. Only 3 yellow houses. 15, 19, till 17. So 17. Number tattoos 1973. Alright, so let's find it. 50. Yes, 50. So let's say 5.32. 23 minus 17, 23, 1906. The notes I have right now. The tattoo numbered was 1973. The blank TV channel was 50. And the apartment where I am is where I got this room. So a yellow house, one of the odd number apartments. There's only 3 yellow houses, and they asked the person at the door asked number 15 and 19. So 17. We're in number 17. Alright, and subtracted 50 from it, minus 17, and 1906. So let's do it. 19. 1906. Alright. The padlock clicks open. I open the briefcase. Inside I find a wad of cash, some clothes, and a cell phone. There's no sign of the red notebook. The only thing of interest is a photo, but a message on the back. I take it and put it with the rest of the things I found around the house. Oh, this is a lot. There's a photo. There's a Ladies Who's Lust radio station. Quickie pen. A film canister. A gun. Deborah J. Steinbecker. 8/4/22, 1997. Number 598 as a member ID. Quickie pen. Samaros. Samaros. I missed that game. That was a good game. That Ladies of Lust. It looks pink here. Why is it pink there? It's blue here. That's significant? I don't know. So if we're looking for the red notebook, look behind the swan. Okay. And then behind the swan. AEFL reflection never lies. Use P97. Use page 97. Our reflection never lies. Use page 97. So okay, where is it? Okay. There's a voice of my child, like we quiet her out, as she rushed past the king, so violently that she knocked him over among the cinders. My precious Lily, my imperial kitten. It's time for you to answer now, the queen said, looking at her watch. Open your mouth a little wider when you speak, and always say, Your Majesty. I know what you like, the queen said good naturally, taking a little box out of her pocket. Have a biscuit? 97 is what we did. I had nothing to do with it. It was the black kitten's fault entirely, for the white kitten had having its face washed by the old cat for the last quarter of an hour, and bearing it pretty well, considering. So you see that it couldn't have had any hand in the mischief. And it really was a kitten, after all. What does that mean? F-I-N, finest, B-A-N-N, B-A-N-N, bandits. What does that mean? Finest bandit? Let's go back here. I'll faster than realize. Okay, so I need to write all of this down. This is a lot. Finest bandit. Circle, carefully circle the thread. I was just checking the audio.
Hi, my name is Christina, and I'd like to wish a very Merry Christmas to the USA.
Hi, my name is Jason. I'd like to wish a very happy holidays to the USA.
And I'm Andy Curry. Welcome to our family Christmas special on Your Dance Party USA.
Dance party? Oh god. What year is this? Oh god. So FINESTBANDAT. IT. Okay. So maybe I do have to type this out and pretend I'm typing out, but it's actually a message. F-I-N. Oh, this is, yeah. B. S. E. So 37R. Okay. Let's type that down. 37R. 21L. Minus B. B. A. And 15R. EST. I want to. We got it. We got the code for the bottom save. 15R. 3, 1, oh. FINESTBANDIT. Oh wow, that actually works. That's cool. Alright. You're gonna input this into the bottom save, whatever it is. But it's a more advanced save than the briefcase. I mean, a more advanced code than the briefcase. So, what is it again? It's 37 right, and 21 left. Uh, 15R, 21 left. Open. Okay, so that didn't work. I think I might have messed up somewhere. I'm not sure. Do this again. I think. Oh, 07. T. 070. Oops. I messed up the last number. TNR 70. Okay, 5, 6, 7. Click my legs. Oh.
It's here, huh? Finally. The red notebook. Looks like a diary. Someone's personal diary. But, why is it so important?
I don't know. So, I guess we got past the intro of the game, and now we're on to the interesting part. We firmly believe in you, the person who's reading these pages. You will find out who we are and will accept us. You will be our accomplice. Even if you don't want to be, we are going to tell you everything. 30 things we never told anyone. But only if you hack our debasers, you will know our deepest secret. So think about it good and hard, because once you're in, there's no way out. Deal? Ooh. No enemies, stop. Oh, we didn't win. Oh, finally, we can actually read the text without our eyes bleeding. No, I want to kiss her, but I can't. I'm tied up. I know she's there. I can feel her, but I can't see her. I'm blindfolded. She likes it that way. She runs her fingers along my lips. She caresses me slowly. So slowly. She whispers something in my ear, and then she suddenly stops. I feel her move away. She gets up from the bed and leaves. Wait a minute. She murmurs. So, I wait. I wait for what seems like forever, until I hear footsteps. I try to figure out whether they are moving toward me or away from me. Silence. Silence. Silent. What was that? A hollow blast shatters the silence. Diane? I call out to her. There's no reply. I try to get up, but I can't. I struggle. I'm still tied up. A gunshot? Was it a gunshot? I ask myself. I call her name again. She doesn't reply. Diane? Nothing. Suddenly, I hear another deafening blast. This time my chest is on fire. Have I been shot? I try to break free, but I can't. I grip my teeth and pull with all my might. Pain. Pain. Excruciating pain. I scream. I scream her name. Diane! That's the last thing I remember. That's what happened. No, wait. She said something right before she was shot. She said a name.
No, please, Jay, no. Don't do it. Jay! No! Jay!
Yes, you've told us that before. That's the only thing you can remember. But it's just not enough. If you want to find Diane's killer, we need more. Look, besides the red notebook, we found a strange device inside the safe. It's locked, but you know what? Its name, Debaser RS3, appears in the notebook next to this message. Listen. Call your kitty and enter Mars 3 times. What do you think it means? Who is your kitty? Come on. Try to remember, please.
All kitty enter. What was that? I don't know what just happened. That was kind of weird. Those are on. Oh, sorry, I did turn it off. Sorry about that. Why am I here? I ask her. When can I leave? She doesn't reply. I don't know if I've seen her before. All the nurses in uniform look the same to me. He presses a button, and the backrest of my bed begins to rise. Once I'm sitting upright, she comes over to me and gently removes the bandage from around my neck. He takes a piece of cotton wool and soaks it saline or something similar. She cleans the wound gently. My stitches still feel tight. What are we doing this time? It's probably for a later part of the text. That's much better, she says. I look at her, and she returns a smile. I ask her if everything's okay. The doctor will come by at 11, she says. It'll be lunchtime soon. Next, she checks my stats and drip level. Push the red button if you need anything, she says, as she turns and leaves the room. Light comes in through the window. I look at the clock on the wall. I wait for the doctor to come. You don't see these people. Anyway. The doctor stands before me, checking his notes. He's short and has black curly hair. His name is on his white coat. What's wrong with me? Why am I here? I ask. He shows me x-rays on my brain. It seems that, in addition to the stitches, I also have internal damage to the hippocampus, he says. I ask him if I'll get better. You must be patient, he tells me. He explains that I suffered a brain injury, and it is causing anterograde amnesia. This means that every so often I lose my memory. Oh, just like Memento, right? Sometimes it's a matter of minutes, sometimes days. My condition isn't very common, so he can't give me a prognosis. Technically speaking, my short-term memory is fine. It's my long-term memory where the problem is. I can't remember what happened before the accident. Yet, from that moment on, my brain can't form new memories. It's important that I exercise the damaged parts. The doctor says he doesn't know how much of my memory I can get back, but I need to try. I should simulate memory through smell, touch, and taste triggers. This will help me form memories, and will recall them later on. So will sensations, like pain. Music and pictures, too. Oh. It's important that you take photos and record voice messages, he says. He puts a camera and a voice recorder on my bedside table. And take notes. You should write down everything you need to remember. Names, places, telephone numbers. He insists and points out a notebook. It will help you train your memory. Doctor, do you know who killed Diane? I ask him. Remember to take your medication, he replies without looking at me. Don't worry about that right now. The police are dealing with it, he says as he comes over to me and checks my drip. The nurse puts 2 pills on the bedside table next to me. I'll need some water to swallow them. Water? Oh. Eddie Coyle played bass in a band that was pretty well known. He was my roommate a while back. We used to hang out a lot back then. He had a girlfriend. He met her at one of his gigs. He fell for her like he'd never fallen for anyone before. Everywhere he went, she went too. At every one of his gigs, she'd be in the front row. They made plans together. But then, something happened. Something strange. It was an accident. But no one knows how it happened. Some people say Eddie got beaten up. Others say it was the drugs. But the deal is that that's when the memory problem started. He began to lose his memory every so often. He could never predict when his memory would go. Sometimes he'd lose it after 10 minutes, other times after an entire day. At the start, his girlfriend was supportive. She looked after him. She made sure he took his meds. She was optimistic that Eddie would soon get his memory back and go back to being himself. But that didn't happen. One day, she turned up dead in her apartment. Eddie was reported missing for 3 days until a neighbor found him half naked on the beach. He couldn't remember a thing. Except for one thing. someone was asking him, "Open your eyes." "You have a visitor," the voice whispered. "Open your eyes." Oh, whoops. The nurse is looking at me. Her lips are moving. I think she's talking to me. "You have to get dressed," she says. "You have a visitor." My mouth is dry and my eyes are heavy. I have the feeling that I've been asleep for a really long time. So, I am assuming that the black sections that happen are repressed memories coming back. "You were talking in your sleep," she says as she helps me sit up. "I couldn't make much sense on what you were saying, but it might help you to understand what's going on. Maybe you should record yourself." "How long have you been here?" I ask her. She takes my clothes out of the closet. "Around 3 months," she says. "What's my pin?" End call. Accept call. 954. Call? No. Clear. Okay. Putting on my clothes is an effort. My hospital bracelet gets caught into my sleeve. I bump into the table trying to shake my arm free. The cell phone that was on top of this telephone directory falls to the floor. I go to grab it, but the nurse stops me. "Come on," she presses as she picks up the cell phone. "You have a visitor coming at 3. "Oh, I see. Oh. Huh? Also, it's been 3 months, so for those 3 months, I think we now know what these objects are. Anterograde amnesia, faulty memory, hypothalamus. How do you say that? A region of the forebrain below the thalamus which coordinates both the autonomic nervous system and the activity of the pituitary. I know what this is. Controlling body temperature, thirst, hunger, and other homeostatic systems, and involved in sleep and emotional activity. Interesting. The pin number is our birthday. So it's this one right here. Dawn, Priscilla, hydrochloride, morning, afternoon, take photos, record voice messages. Oh, Earth, Venus, Jupiter, Earth, Venus, Earth, Jupiter, Pluto, Venus, Jupiter, Uranus, Mars, Saturn, Mars, Saturn, Mercury. Coil 434733323. Oh, thank God. I'm so glad that they have this option, because I know, like, some games don't have that option where you can, like, have I know walking simulators mostly. Gone Home had this, I think. Life is Strange has this too. Maybe the new one. And then Life is Strange, True Colors, I think, has it. Where if there's text or what feels like text on like a object, when you look at it up close, you can like read. You can have like a I guess like a picture to text translation. So what is this? Donepezil was used to treat confusion, dementia, related to Alzheimer's. It does not cure Alzheimer's, but it may improve memory, awareness, and the ability to function. Depends on our birthday, so it's on this one. So we took 2 already. Birthday 8961. 8961. Eight, 9, 6, 1. Oh, welcome. Hello. Oh, the phone number. 434-73323. 2, 3.
reached Eddie Coyle.
Oh.
I can't come to the phone right now. Please leave a message.
That's Eddie Coyle. Eddie Coyle was on one of our dreams. So 3. A bit late. There. The killer kittens. All the base belong to us. Oh my gosh. To be one of them, I needed to know their secrets. Take a look at that door. It looks like it leads to a bar, don't you think? It actually leads nowhere. If you manage to open the lock, you'll find nothing more than a wall behind it. But what a surprise! It's one of our art pranks, and also a great hideout. Tell her, Jamie. We love hiding things, and we've got many hideouts around the city. From a simple vending machine on a street corner, to a locker in a smokers club. We call them the Basers. But Debbie, are you saying that anyone can find them? Don't worry, Diane. All our debasers are locked with a combination. You need to know the code to open them. Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. Oh my gosh. Call now and talk directly to the almighty pasta deity. Pastafari. I'm looking at the page next to this. But what is this? Saturn, 1 Uranus, Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. Yeah. But like, what is this? I still don't know what this is. Alright, so let's go to our phone and call these 2 odd numbers. Alright, we're gonna call the pasta deity. Let's see if we can please the noodle, the good noodles.
Welcome. Thank you for calling the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster. If you would like to ask the deity something, please press 1. If you have a complaint, please press 2. If you would like to know why we are here, please press 3 and wait patiently.
I don't think it actually works. Alright, so next one is Han Solo. So 426. 4, 2, 6, 7, 6, 5, 6.
Hi, you've reached Han Solo. I can't come to the phone right now, but everything is negotiable.
That's it? I was expecting more of an action, like I can't come here because early defeating the Empire or something. I don't watch Star Wars, so I don't know I don't know what happens in there. Okay, so that was a bust. Do you like to read? She asked me. She's blonde and frankly, she's stunning. Her eyes are blue and she's wearing a leather jacket. This is for you, she says as she hands me a comic. We're alone in the hospital visiting room. We're sitting at a table. I leaf through the pages. There are 4 girls on a cover underneath the title, The Killer Kittens. I need your help, the blonde woman with me says. I put the comic down and look at her. I don't remember if I've seen her somewhere before. She looks me straight in the eye. I know who killed your girlfriend, she says. Who are you? I ask her. Do I know you? That's not important right now, she replies as she takes out a box of cigarettes from her purse. She opens it, takes one and puts it between her lips. She lights it. So, do you want to know who killed Diane or not? She says, after releasing the smoke from her mouth. I tell her that she can't smoke here. Jay Samaros. His name is Jay Samaros, she says and takes another drag. Jay. That's the name Diane screamed right before she was shot. I remember.
No, Jay! No, Jay!
Okay. I need you to help me, she says and leans towards me. She gestures for me to move closer. Wait, how do you spell Jesus? Is it with a G?
No, Jay!
Oh, thank you, okay. That's J, it's a J, okay. She's wearing red lipsticks. I want him dead, she whispers. I ask her why. He hurt a friend of mine, she replies. He deserves to die. I tell her I'm stuck in this place. We're being watched. There are security guards everywhere. Don't worry about that, she replies. If you promise to help us give Samuels what's coming to him, we'll help you get out of here. I don't reply. She stubs out her cigarette. You don't have to decide now. Think about it, she says as she takes the card out of her purse and hands it to me. Here's my contacts. You're a kitty. Oh, that's cute. You're a kitty? I ask. Is that your name? That's what you can call me, she replies. Then she puts on her sunglasses, gets up, and turns towards the door. Oh, and don't lose the comic, she says. If you do, we won't be able to help you. Inside, there's a lot more useful information than you think. Wait a minute, I says. She turns. Do you mind if I take a photo of you? I ask. She pauses before taking off her sunglasses. I quickly take a photo of her with the Polaroid camera. And what about your phone number? I ask. You didn't give it to me. He puts the sunglasses back on and says, I did. When you're ready, you can call me on the number you're holding in your hand. I look at the card. It has a name on it, but no number. I turn it over to look at the back, but there's nothing there. When I look up, she has already left the room. Enjoy the comic, she says as she walks away. I make sure you don't tell anyone about a little conversation. Debbie, she will help you. Huh? But, there's no text on this, but they provided some context. Oh, it's like alt text on Twitter. I get the feeling she's here to help me. I write it. Oh, there you go. I write on the photograph. I don't want to forget it. She could get me out of here. She knows who killed Diane. She wants me to help her kill him. I stay sitting at the table for a moment. I flick through the pages of the comic. I hear someone open the door behind me. It's the nurse. Looks like you have something to distract you, she says, looking at the comic. You should get back to your room. She tells me to go with her. You're still not better. You need to rest. Before I get up to leave, I hide the card that the girl gave me, without the nurse noticing. Jesus Christ.
Okay, that's good.
Oh God.
But the message in the notebook said to call your kitty and enter Mars 3 times. We need to find her number so we can open this device.
Oh, what the heck is this? Oh, right. That was scary. So your kitty, we just entered out on the cell phone. And this giving us a hint. Okay, let's see. X, something, circle, triangle? Is that significant? So, your kitty. I-O-U-R. A-I-D-Y. Then Mars.
Hi, it's your kitty. Please enter the planets after the tone.
Enter Mars. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. That's 4. 4, 4, 4.
Listen carefully. Open the Killer Kittens comic on page 25. Note the order in which the characters are speaking. That is the sequence to open Debaser. If you want to listen to this message again, please press redial.
But what is this? The pink girl's an X. White tank top's a circle. This one's a triangle. Is this also a triangle? I have no idea. Maybe there is some... No, there's no way. Oh, who's speaking? Tank top girl. Circle. Glasses girl. Triangle. Okay, let's write this down. So we called Kitty. We entered Mars 3 times. I thought we had to like type out the word Mars, but it turns out this page in the comic book shows us what number Mars is, and this also gave a little hint. Now we have to figure out sequence of the characters that are speaking here. So, circle, black triangle, and try again. Is this tank top girl? That is. That's it. Alright, so let's see if we got this right. Hey, Debbie. Huh? Oh, what is this? Are these character names? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's Jamie. Jamie is a triangle. Okay, these are my notes so far. I wrote circle, back triangle, back triangle, the riddle circle. So, the back triangle is actually Jamie. So Diane is Dorito. Okay, Debbie is a tank top girl. Circle. That's so cool. Writing a comic, drawing a comic, and having it be like a secret code. Debbie, Diane, Jamie. Okay, so I think that's it. We don't know who this one is. Wait, he's right here, but he doesn't say anything. That is so weird. Are you alright? Okay, so let's see if we got this right. So, circle is Debbie. Debbie, Jamie, Debbie, Jamie, Diane, Debbie.
Well done, my friend. Look at this Piper Club coaster. It has something written on it. Maybe we should head there now.
So when we stop. Diamonds and dates. Well, we won diamonds, so it's nighttime. I'm sitting behind the steering wheel of a car. I don't know the name of the street I'm on. It's deserted. There's no one around. There's only one other car parked a few hundred feet away. The houses that line the street are huge. They look like mansions. All is quiet. I go over the notes I made. Can I turn this on? Take a sip of coffee and glance down at my watch. It's not midnight yet. Suddenly, someone opens the car door, and jumps in. Quick! Let's get out of here! The person yells and slams the door. They're wearing a balaclava. Start the car, quick! The cops will be here any minute. I turn the key in the ignition. In the distance, I can hear an alarm ringing. I start the engine just as I spot 2 figures in the rearview mirror. Someone else is coming. They open the rear doors of the car and get in. What is wrong with you? They're coming for us. Let's get the hell out of here, they yell from the back seat. I turn the steering wheel and floor the gas pedal. The wheels screech. I straighten the wheel. I accelerate until the car reaches 100 miles per hour. I drive through 2 or 3 red lights. Did we do it yet? Did we get everything? The person in the passenger's seat asks. We sure did, they reply from the back. In the rearview mirror, I can see someone checking the contents of a rucksack. I can't help but look. I can see something, but it's too dark to tell. Step on it, they yell. Get us out of here as quick as you can. Someone turns off the radio. A song is playing. Oh, this is so cool. The music brings back some memories. They are all dressed up in black, but each of the balaclavas they are wearing is a different color. And one of them is culling a teddy bear. That's cool, the lyrics are right in there. I can see something shining. I think they're diamonds or some type of jewel. I feel like something's gonna happen. Right, you're gonna crash. Oh shit. Oh, they're just straight chilling. Go over the notes I made. I have a coaster with a telephone number. And Some notes written on what seems to be the instructions for a toy. Alright. I'll pay a whole lot of money to see Samaro's face when he finds out he's been robbed. One of them shrieks. What is this? Wait, it's a symbol again. Wait a minute. Just a minute, one of them interrupts. We did forget one thing. You forgot to leave a signature at the scene, no one replies. They don't say a word. Suddenly, they all laugh. I look in the rearview mirror again. They've taken off their balaclavas. They're all girls, the three of them. What is this? The Fang. If we're not here by 12 hours, go to Skaggs. Cisness. Pipe? I don't know how to say French. Barcelona. You know, this is so weird because I was thinking of a situation in which if I ever wanted to move out of the States, I would want to move out to like Barcelona. Like I would like go to Spain. There's something about Spain that's like it just entices me. There's an arcade there. There's an arcade with the games there, so yeah. They have Dance Rush. I'm like, wow, Dance Rush in Spain. Anyway, the Shags. Philosophy of the world. Date, time, this might be significant. Oh, that symbol. Okay. Skaggs, the car. Skaggs is in the... Oh, wait. That's Skaggs? Are we Skaggs? I drive for a while, taking us further away from the place. The girl next to me in the passenger seat directs me. We should celebrate, one of the girls says, as she takes off her sweater and puts on a t-shirt. Good idea, another replies as she does the same. Hey, don't look, one of them yells. It doesn't matter. Let him look, another says as she puts on some makeup. He'll forget all about you sooner or later. They all laugh again. The girl in the front of the car turns to me and smiles. Welcome, she says. You're one of us now. The rest of the journey we listen to the radio in silence. We finally reach what seems to be the city center. I remember the bars and restaurants that line up the streets. I park up the four of us get out of the car. The three girls and me. They don't look like the same as when they got into the car. Now they're all dressed up and they walk with style. We walk for a few blocks until we reach the doorway. I don't understand why we are stopping. There doesn't seem to be anything there. But I'm wrong. There's a secret bar. It's a pipe smokers club on the first floor. And they never let you in. It seems to be a pretty exclusive place. It doesn't have an official name. But everyone refers to it as the Piper Club. The best jazz joint in town. Make call, let's stay, have party, make call, let's I need help. Oh, soft. Okay. Song's playing. Do it again. Wait, what? Suddenly, they all laugh. Oh, they didn't laugh. Something else happened. What's up with this anywhere? Without the song, the eyes droop. With the song, it's alert. Suddenly, there's a strange voice. I think it's coming from inside the rucksack. It's a teddy bear. It's saying something that I can't make out, but they all laugh. Huh? Is there any secrets I'm missing in these? Oh. This is not a 6? What's going on? Oil? The Fang coil. The Fang coil. Talking teddy bear, your very best friend has some secrets to share. With LED in the eyes. Press to turn here. 5 seconds, press to turn on. Oh, interesting. It's not a 6. There's so many things here. Mars, you decided. Okay, we're gonna... one thing at a time. Is there anything else? Oh. It's a pipe smokers club on the first floor. And I remember that you have to ring the bell and you say something. If you get it wrong, they never let you in. It's a kind of password. What was it? Yes, someone said that the bear says it. Okay, so we have to find out what the bear says. Anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hi, will you be my friend? Let's have a blast. It's cuddle time. Will you play with me? Let's be friends forever.
Okay, I have to write this down. So let's write down 8, 4, 3, 7, 2, 4, 6, 8. Mars, Venus, Saturn. Okay, we got it. Here's the thing, we can't go back to our phone or anything else.
It's cuddle time. Will you play with me? Friends forever.
The bird says it. It's cuddle time. Let's be friends. Oh wait, is that it?
Let's have a
That's
blast.
it's well, let's. Let's it's well, let's have a boss. Let's have a boss. Oh.
Wait, that makes sense. We found a locker at the Piper Club with Debaser 43Z on the door. Here's what the notebook says. Listen to this. 3 smokers hold the secret, but only Philibus knows the order. This could be a clue to open the locker. Do you remember who the 3 members are? And who's Philibus?
Diane, I have to write it down. Diane, Debbie, Jamie. In the Papa Club. The 3 smokers hold the secret. Only Philibus knows the order. So we have to figure who Philibus is. I'm leaning against the bar. She utters 2 beers. We're celebrating, she says, and hands me one. It's a 1906 Reserva Especial, she says and winks. She has long hair and a fringe. She's wearing glasses, a white strap top, and jeans. She has an extraordinary smile, and her gaze is simply captivating. She reminds me of Diane. I haven't seen her friends for a while, the ones from the car. Where are your friends? I ask her. She doesn't hear me. The music is playing full blast. She leans towards me so she can hear me better. Where are your friends? I ask again. Around, she replies and raises her beer toast. We both take a sip. It tastes great. I was dying for a drink. Do you like the music? She asks. The Shags. Oh, the Shags. The Shags was in the picture that was on, like, on the window, or either it was the arrow was pointing to the building, or the window. It was like 3rd floor, I think. There's a band playing on stage. There are 4 of them. Piano, drums, bass, and guitar. The song they are playing is upbeat and lively. But this is quite an unusual place. The floor is wooden and the walls are decorated with green wallpaper. All the different rooms remind me of a house where everyone's sitting around coffee tables chatting and drinking. The band is playing in the biggest room. There's not much space, but everyone has got up from their seats and is dancing at the foot of the stage. 1906. Diane loved this place, she says. You knew Diane? I ask her. Yeah, we were cousins, she replies. We grew up together. We were inseparable when we were small. It was her who came to the city to study. Then we saw each other at Christmas 2 years ago, and I told her all about it. I blew her mind with the whole underground and art scene here, so she moved here to live with me. And Debbie, she tells me. Art scene? But now you're into white-collar crime, right? I ask. She laughs. Crime is also a form of art, she replies, and takes a long swing of beer. We don't do it for the money, in a way. The music gets louder and she moves closer to me. I can tell she wants to dance, but I don't move. She inches closer. When they started out, the Killer Kittens was a group of culture jammers, ready to use art to protest against great powers, she says, as she moves her shoulders to the beat of the music. Okay, I say, but tonight you broke into a house and saw a lot of shh. She places her index finger on my lips and stops me mid-sentence. You shouldn't talk about that here, she says and winks. Then she moves even closer to me and whispers, think about it. All we did was take advantage of one corrupt tycoon cheating on his wife to drop by his house and bag ourselves some goodies. I can barely make out her words. The band is going for it. Now there's another musician on stage playing the sax. Remember that moment. It's magic. 5 instruments playing all at once. The crowd is going wild. The girl turns around and merges into the rest of the crowd as she dances. There's not much light in this place, just a few spotlights behind the stage, and a disco ball. I can see her perfectly. She shimmies and lifts her arms above her head. A guy takes her by the waist and she wraps her arms around his neck. She looks over at me and smiles. She beckons me with her hand. She wants me to go over. She moves away from the guy and walks away. I lose sight of her for a second, and I see her again. She's looking over at me. She beckons me again, then turns, disappearing into the crowd. I can just make her out among the dancing bodies as she opens the door and disappears behind it. The guy playing sax begins to play a sublime muted solo. I can remember it so clearly. I leave my beer on the table and go after her. Alright, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh. Just a solo. Alright, we're in another room now, on a sofa. There's no one else here. I can hear the music in the background. She lights a cigarette and lifts her chin slightly to release the smoke from her mouth. She's looking at something. I follow her gaze. There are all the smoking pipes you can never imagine, plus books, lighters, and other curious items for smokers in a display cabinet. On the other side of the room is a row of lockers. We always used to come here, he tells me. Well, as you know, Diane played the drums in a band. Back then, she had a thing with the basses. They came here to play one night. After the gig, Diane ended up drinking with a group of people. There was a girl among them who couldn't take her eyes off Diane. The girl was blonde and sexy. She didn't wait long before approaching Diane. They hit it off straight away. They were laughing, dancing, just having fun, she says. She's glowing as she tells me the story. She takes a sip of a beer and goes on. The concert ended, everyone left. Only a few stayed behind. The owner of the club, the group of people Diane was with, the guitarist, and the blonde girl. They decided to shoot dice. They were all pretty drunk by then. They began to raise the stakes. Soon enough, everyone had lost, and it was just Diane, and the girl left playing. The girl said if she lost, she'll give Diane her red convertible, and place her keys on the table before them. Damn. Diane didn't know what to bet. Taking advantage of her moment of doubt, the girl proposed that she bet her boyfriend. They'd been drinking all night, so Diane laughed, and finally she accepted. Everyone was glued to the game. They were all rooting for Diane. You know, she had that special someone that everyone just loved. She gets up and walks over to the jukebox. She slips a coin into the slot and presses a button. Excuse me. Thank you. I appreciate it. She slips a coin and presses a... But the song doesn't play. Damn it! She says angrily. I can't get it to play. She gives up and returns to the sofa. She's really pretty, I think. She looks like Diane. So, what happened? I ask her. She lost, she says and giggles. Diane had to give her boyfriend to the girl. But the guy was a creep. Such a creep that he didn't even try to hide his delight that Diane had lost. He could leave with the blonde girl. He got up in front of everyone, walked over to her, took her by the waist and kissed her. But then, you'll never guess what happened. The girl pushed him away and, looking Diane right in the eye, announced, "It's not him I want. It's you." Diane always told me it was her eyes that did it. And that's how the love story against all odds between Diane and that girl started. It was Debbie, wasn't it? I ask. You got it, she replies. They were together for 2 years. They were crazy about each other. And what a formidable pair they were. Until you came onto the scene, she says, lowering her eyes. What do you mean? I asks. A guy tries to turn on the jukebox. After a few times, he manages to get it going. Apparently giving it a brisk tap right after pressing the button seems to work. I get up to go try. Why are these paintings? Okay, so... let's put in coin. Button. A song. Okay. What the heck? How's this song again? Okay, we always use the cover, she tells me. Diane and Debbie would shoot dice with the owner. Have you ever played? I shake my head. She continues. There are 3 pictures hanging on the wall of old men dressed in elegant clothes. They're the first ever members, she tells me. Without them, this place wouldn't exist. There are also... Is there anything else? Oh. The rocking boys? What is going on? That's so weird. I don't know what that means. All of us knows the order. What was that image for? Was it nothing? Oh.
Right. That's good.
I skipped the end.
Now we have the paintings of the old guys. But we're missing something. If we're going to open this debaser, we need the exact order. Did Philip say anything else? Can you remember anything else about that girl?
Back. As I head back over, I glance at the portraits of the founding members of the club. There is a colored diagram behind each of the old men. What are these dice? I ask. She doesn't reply. She's standing by the lockers. She crouches down in front of one and enters a combination. The locker opens and one swift, subtle movement, she takes something out and tries to hide it. She stuffs it in her pocket. What's that? I ask her. They're lockers, she replies. She seems nervous. Each member has one. We do too. It's one of our debasers. Debasers, I ask. Yes. They're small hideouts, she answers. We've got a few around the city where we hide things. Debbie has a list of them in her notebook. She continues. Come on, let's go home. I'm talking too much, she says. She puts on her jacket, takes my hand, and leads me out of... So, hold on. So the aunt was a killer kitten, I ask her. We're in a bedroom. There's a bed and a small desk. It's quite untidy. There are many electronic devices. Some of them have been taken apart. There are also several posters on the wall of what look like music groups. There's a bookshelf stacked with books, and a corkboard covered in photos and paper cuttings. She takes a vinyl from its case and puts it on the record player. I look at the corkboard. She replies, but this is all secrets, so I guess now I'll have to kill you, she says mockingly. She grins and points her fingers at me like a gun. A newspaper cutting pinned to the corkboard catches my eye. It's about an artistic stunt pulled by the mysterious killer kittens. Jam again? It was Debbie's idea never to reveal our true identities, she continues. This way, people could imagine all sorts of theories about the members of the group. It was fun. She's taking off her pants. I look at her long legs and pink underwear with a picture of Hello Kitty. Then she takes off her top and her bra. She grabs an oversized t-shirt from the drawer and pulls it over her head. She turns up the music and walks over to me. She stands by my side and tries to figure out what I'm looking at on the corkboard. We gained a certain degree of recognition. I'm not saying we were famous or anything, but we did make a few headlines. Until what happened to Debbie. She says, stopping mid-sentence. She takes off her glasses and stares into my eyes. She looks so much like Diane. I'm absorbed in her lips. I struggle to focus on what she's saying, and then we decided to leave the bad girl act behind. Now, you can say we're elegant villainouses. Oh, look at this. Look at this three-eyed, Jerry. Jerry's a rat, yeah. At that moment, he turns and walks over to the bed. She flops onto it and says, we're going to help you find Sam Rose. We're going to kill him after what he did to Diane. Don't worry, I also want to get revenge. He deserves it. Isn't that right, Philibus? He says to the bear. This is Philibus. We can't sleep without her, she confesses. She's a good bear. Aren't you, Philibus? But she also has a dark side. She's like us. She turns bad. So bad. I sit there in her room, listening to her. I watch her as she falls asleep listening to the song. Good night, she says with her eyes already closed. Jamie. Okay. She also has a dark side. You just have to press the right button to see it, and she'll tell you all her secrets. Oh, what the heck? 7 seconds? Press to... The very best friend has some dirty secrets to share. Press to change mode. 7 seconds. Interesting. She whispers from behind me. Being behind bars is tough. But what's tougher is getting out and finding your girlfriend with... Ooh. That's tough. Cinema's first lesbian bad girl. Okay, it's like so tiny but I can kind of read it. No other crime thriller compares to Philibus, trumpeted a double page ad in the April 1915 edition of Italian film Marge's magazine La Vita Cinematografia, where one studio PR was no and exaggeration. Philibus, which follows the exploits of a futuristic female supervillain who pounces on her prey from a Zeppelin manned by a crew of loyal henchmen. as one of a kind. Who's Philibus? Asked the ad. Contemporary viewers might also wonder how this cross-dressing anti-heroine, heralded by some as cinema's first lesbian, managed to emerge from an Italian cinema dominated by suiting divas and historical epics. Is it not like... Anyway, in the course of the worlds of the serial's 5 episodes, Philibus plays cat and mouse with the great Detective Hardy, like Hardy Boys, pocketing some diamonds along the way. The film is a precursor to today's gadget-driven techno-thrillers. In her various schemes, Philibus employs not only her Zeppelin, but something called a heliograph, a tiny camera, a miniature gun, lots of specific drugs, and a fake handprints. She commutes between Zeppelin and terra firma in a kind of tin can, complete with phone, which Detective Hardy fails to notice even when it's hovering over his terrace. The special effects are endearingly low budget, but who cares when the action is fast-paced and just plain fun. Like any self-respecting supervillain, Philibus is a mistress of disguise. Posing as the Baroness Tromon for a visit to the detective and later insinuating herself into his household. Camouflaged as the aristocratic dandy, Count de la Brave. This male impersonation was part of what film historian Angela Delvache describes as a widespread questioning of gender identity that, at the time, was at the very center of Italy's modern daily life. Oh, there's a fly in it. Divas and socialites went to futurist parties wearing jupe culottes, and Francesca Bertini played the male lead in 1914's Mystery Don Feria. I butchered that, but sorry. Directed by Baldavere. Oh my god, I can't read that. Negroni? Philibus's trim suit and newsboy cap give gender boundaries of fairly forceful push compared to the jupes culottes a pants skirt. Odd. I'm distracted by the instructions for the teddy bear. Is there anything else? Okay, we're gonna go all the way back up to the top where the teddy bear is. And can I do this? Does this work? Page up, page down doesn't work. Okay, Philibus, what do you know? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Do this in order at the Piper Club. The first dice is blue, and it belongs to dice behind the other atom. Last but not least is the red dice. Horovitz has it. Diamond. Next comes the green. Do this in order at the Piper Club. The first dice is blue, and it belongs to.
First dice is blue. Okay. First dice is blue. Horovitz. Second dice.
Dice behind the other atom.
The dice behind the other atom.
Dice behind the other atom. Last
Dice behind other atom, whatever that means.
dice behind the other
And the
atom.
last...
But not least is the red dice. Horovitz has it.
The last name is Diamond? Jesus. Oh, that's 6. So I was looking over at the hint that in the matchbook it says that the 6 dice is not a 6. I'm not sure what that means. For the meantime, I put 6, but it's not 6. For Horvitz, it's a red dice. It's a 3. Hyman is green. It's a 4. So we solved a little bit, but 6, but it's not a 6. So it's 3. 6, but it's not a 6, then we make 6. 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait, this way. Top 2?
Dice behind the other atom. Last but not least, diamond is the red. Next comes the green. Horowitz has it.
Wait, no, this sounds out of order. I think 4 is next, not 3. Let me just make sure. It sounds cut off. That's why it sounds so weird. Like, why is it cut off? 4. 1, 2. Wait, what is 4 5? Oh. That's right. And this is 3. Aha!
Good job. Here, we have another card. And a DVD with an address on it. We should go check out that place. What do you say?
Sure. Oh god. Don't mind me, stop. Front page photo. So his girlfriend turned up dead one day. They found her at home, sprawled across the sofa. The place was a mess. Things had been broken. It looked violent, I tell her. Back 23, I did it. I'm sitting on a bed. I'm not wearing a shirt. I can see all my tattoos in the mirror. As she listens to me, she opens a cabinet and takes out the supplies she'll need. The cops found Koyo a few hours later. A fisherman had come across him walking on the beach, completely naked and save for a blanket. He couldn't remember a single thing. Despite there being no evidence against him, he immediately became the main suspect. He was admitted to a hospital where he was put through all kinds of tests to make him remember. But nothing worked. He swore that he didn't kill her and that he would find whoever did. Yet he was the only suspect. He was hopeless. He had this rare type of amnesia where he couldn't form new memories. He'd had it for 3 years. He once pleaded with me to help him remember. He said that he wanted to die, I say, as I hand her a piece of paper. Written on it is what I want the tattoo to say. He looks at it. Without looking up, she asks me where I want it. Here, I say, and I point to my chest. She tells me to lie down. I watch her load the needle and connect it to the machine. She tests it. She puts on a pair of latex gloves. She sits down on a stool in front of me and adjusts it to the right height. Then she turns on the lamp. She tells me to lift up my head. You can read something if you like, she says, pointing to a pile of magazines and comics. I know what comes next. The pain of the needle prickling my skin brings back a flood of memories. It always does. So what's your story? She asks gently. Sis. I don't answer. I close my eyes for a few moments. Her hands are resting on my back. She connects the compressor. The motor makes a buzzing noise.
The tattoos. Yes. Maybe they hold some kind of clue to help us understand this. Listen. Pirapo knows. Don't forget to feed him in the right order. Pirapo knows. Who's Pirapo?
Oh no, what was he?
Please, try to remember.
I rep their ability errors and pattern of thick earthian. They're sagging. Okay, what does this mean? Oh. Oh. Okay. They killed her? It's totally like Memento. Alright. I remember a spacious room. There's a table in the middle, some chairs, and a tattered sofa. Thick curtains cover the windows. There are 4 girls sitting around the table. Their expressions are serious, as though they are worried about something. One of the girls, the one wearing a black t-shirt, gets up and opens the cupboard. There's a TV inside. She turns it on, takes the DVD out of the box, and inserts it. She tosses a remote control to the girl, who is wearing glasses. No one says a word. They all turn to look at the screen. The TV turns on. Poppin' time, 28 February 1998. The shots on the screen show people in various rooms from different angles. The video seems to have been filmed with a hidden camera. The date and time appear in the corner of the screen, though I can't remember them exactly. The quality isn't great, but I can just about make out what's happening. It's a party. The guests are dressed to the nines in black suits and black dresses. They are dancing, drinking, and having a good time. I remember some pretty hostesses handing out glasses of champagne to the guests. There is also a dancer with a snake wrapped around her neck. She's standing on the sofa in front of the group of men and women. The girl wearing glasses presses a button, and the video fast forwards, making it almost impossible to see what's happening. "There, stop," says the girl in the black t-shirt. There he is. The video freezes. Right in the middle of the shot is a tall man in a tuxedo. His shoes glitter with jewels. "That's him. The one with the shoes," she says. "That's Jay Samrose. Jay Samrose. He murdered Diane. And that's a fact, not a memory. I have it tattooed on me. He's the killer. Check out the guy behind him," he says. She says, sorry. "That's his bodyguard. And so is that guy there, by the door," she adds and points him out on the screen. Still, no one says a word. "Press play," she says. "Let's see what happens next." On the screen, the man crosses the first room and enters the second one. It's bigger and filled with more guests. He stops, and as he steps through the door, the bodyguard with him also stops. He looks around. He's looking for someone. The guests are standing around sipping their drinks. On the other side of the room, next to a small bar, is the girl. Standing next to her is a man, also wearing a tuxedo. He whispers something in his ear, in her ear. She laughs. "There I am," she says. "Keep going. I think it comes over now." Everyone hates Jay Samrose. That's true. And that's exactly what happens. Samrose walks swiftly toward her in his diamond shoes and shoves the guy in the tuxedo to one side. The guy is reluctant to leave, and when he spots the bodyguard, he walks away without putting up a fight. Now Samrose is standing right in front of her. The girl attempts to walk away, but he grabs her by the wrists and corners her between the bar and the wall. He points a finger at her, threateningly. "Look," she orders. "Right there. This is when he grabs me and threatens me. He tells me that he knows it was us. And now," she fast forwards to the shots, "he grabs me by the neck and tells me he's going to kill me if he don't give him back his jewels." On the screen, 2 men have realized what's going on, and they walk over to Samrose. He sees them approach and lets the girl go. Before he turns to leave, he takes his finger and slowly traces the cleavage of her dress. He smiles. "If we're going to take this guy down, you need to know everything about him," he says firmly. "We need to know what he's doing, where he is, and who's he with." "But we never killed anyone before," the girl with the remote interrupts. "Maybe blackmailing him is enough. I'm sure we got some stuff on him that he doesn't want anyone to see." 8-ball. "It won't work," she says. "We're talking about Jay Samrose. He's a gangster, the most hated gangster in the city. He's not married. He has no family, no friends. A video of him fooling around with some girl at a party is not gonna work with a guy like him. If we don't kill him, he'll kill us. He's already killed one of us," she insists, looking around at us all. "Anyway, that's why you're here, right?" she says, looking directly at me. "Isn't that why we got you out of the hospital?" Everyone's looking at me. The girl holds up a gun and says, "You're going to help us kill him. We're going to avenge Diane." Mixers and everything was all blank. The girl holding the remote, walks over to the cabinet and locks it. She places the key inside a book on the top shelf. Oh, that's for it. Oh. What's the sequence? Go back all the way down. Terragreed amnesia. Remember coil. Alright. What a rabbit. The taxi driver has a sour look on his face when we pay him the fare. We get out the cab and walk around the back of the establishment to the back door. We ring the bell. The girl opens the door. She has Asian features and a tattoo on her arm. She introduces her to me as the best tattoo artist in the world. She has Asian features. What if someone doesn't know that? Like, what if someone doesn't know what Asian features are? I mean, everyone has to know, right? I hope so. I brought some videos with me from the other day, she says as we walk down the hallway. Okay, I'll put them with the rest, the girl with the tattoo replies. We walk past the storage room and the kitchen before reaching a small room. There's a parrot sitting on a perch. It says something as we walk in. "Hello, dear," the girl with the tattoo says, affectionately to the parrot. "Hi, Piropo," she exclaims as she reaches out to pet him. He moves away nervously. "So, are you going to tell me where you found such a good-looking guy?" The girl with the tattoo asks, looking for me. "He's a friend. He's helping us," she says. "So we finally have a guy in the group," the tattoo artist says, as she turns on the lamp. "Take off your shirt and sit on the bed, please." I do as she says. She puts on some music and gets everything ready. I can see all my tattoos in the mirror. "And what are we writing in your diary today?" she asks sarcastically. "Be nice," she says. "He was Diane's boyfriend." "Really? Poor girl. She didn't deserve what happened to her," she says, as she puts on a pair of latex gloves. "Diane was adorable. Shame she never wanted a tattoo. I had loved to ink her up. She was gorgeous. I don't know who could do a thing like that. And what about you? How are you holding up? You don't talk much." "He has a memory loss," she jumps in and replies for me. "Every now and then he forgets everything. That's why we're here, to help him remember what's most important." Then she looks at me and says, "I'm leaving you in good hands. Trust me. I'm going to take a walk." Bird gets up to leave. As she walks out the door, the parrot says something.
"Debbie? Kim? Little rabbit? Little rabbit? Jamie? Play?"
Oh, I get this now. So, the reason why the text is color coordinated, that's for specific members of the group.
"Debbie? Kim? Little rabbit? Little rabbit? Jamie? Play?"
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Red. Christian event. Okay. We're all sitting around a table. Need a plan to kill Jay. The blonde girl has a map. She moves the beers to one side and spreads it out across the table. We're gonna stop in a few minutes, so. The blonde girl has a map. She moves the beers to one side and spreads it out across the table. She leans over the desk lamp. The details of the map sharpen under his light. She has some toy figures from the display cabinet. She uses them to mark places on the map. She gets up from the table and goes to sit on the sofa at the back of the room. There, she starts to speak. Every Friday, Jason Rose goes for dinner at Belmondo. Belmondo, she says. It could be a good spot. We could surprise him just before he goes inside. But perhaps there would be too many witnesses. And there's the problem with his bodyguards. It's true that those thugs always go with him. So we may better rule out this option. The rest of us are listening to your plan. Aside from me and the blonde girl, there are 3 other girls. One is tall with tattoos, another is very pretty but never says a word, and the third has brown hair and glasses. The tall girl speaks up. We can roll out his house too. After we broke in, they've upgraded the security system and brought 6 more dogs. 6 dogs? It's practically impenetrable. There's always a way, but it's too dangerous. Perhaps we can find a bar. He went in to meet us there and poison his drink. In a crowded place, no one would suspect poison. The girl doesn't speak, takes out a notebook from her pocket. She writes something down, rips out the pages, and gives them to the blonde girl. Almondo, Pastel apple, Blissett, Skags, Beeman jam, Mariella's. The little rabbit's wrong. Sunross never drinks in public. Top Palace A 113. Oh, candy. Looks like it's like Sweet Tarts ropes, but it's not. It's like Twizzlers with filling inside. Except this is Twizzlers, maybe this is Sweet Tarts. I want the Sweet Tarts rope. I want that so bad. And the tape. The blonde girl reads the note, but she doesn't seem to understand it. The girl with the ponytail gestures for her to turn her over. That's better. It was a list of what Purple can eat, she says and gives a faint smile. It's true, that wouldn't work. Samrose never breaks that rule. Her eyes fix on the map. After a few seconds, she suddenly suggests, and what about if we catch him at one of his joints? According to this list, Samrose drops by once or twice a week. The girl with glasses stands in front of the table. I contemplate the map, deep in thought. Another option would be the casino, she says, pointing it out with her finger. But there's only one exit. If something goes wrong, we're as good as trapped. What about the airport? The girl sitting on the stool asks. Samrose has a private jet. Could attack him in the lounge or hijack the car that takes him to the runway. No, we'll be crawling with cops, the blonde girl argues. I think the best thing would be to set a trap. She looks at the map again, deep in thought. Jamie's green. Okay. Partially, the difference between this and like regular interactive fiction is much easier to make. Because you're just like making the text, the story itself, and then you make the decision that the tree, basically, the decisions, the paths to do it. And there are templates for that. There's programs for that. I forgot which one in particular that my friend uses, but yeah. Versus this is like a whole different level. I know there's another game that was on the iOS that's just like this. I forgot the name of this. I'm not sure if this is the same developers. Maybe it is, but yeah. They had a game before this game. This is like a brand new game that got released maybe last year or 2020. But yeah, Jamie is green, so let me put that down. Jamie, she says, pass me the cigarettes. Need to think. As she takes the packet of cigarettes from the table and throws it over to her, the girl who doesn't speak grabs a glass jar filled with candy. She opens it and offers me some. Suddenly, the parrot says something completely incomprehensible. The tall girl turns and whispers something to him. She probably gives him some fruits. Wait, this has double brackets. Interesting. This is another puzzle. The girl doesn't speak, and the one on the stool both smile. The girl with brown hair opens another bottle of beer. The blonde one takes a drag of her cigarette and says, "We'll do it at Doolittle's hotel." She points it out on the map. This Thursday? Oh, we're actually piecing together who these people are. So that's good. This Thursday at midnight. She gives everyone a color and a task. I try to remember everything, but I first need to figure out who's who. Debbie... Oh, it's right there. Oh, wait. But they also describe Amy's green. The girl with brown hair. Amy wears tattoos, a ponytail, drinks beer. Oh, wait, beer. Drinks beer. Yeah, they don't tell you if it's correct. Girl with brown hair, and there's no brown hair. You need another feature from Jamie. Anything with green text, Jamie. Your girl with glasses is Jamie. There we go. Where's glasses? Kim is Kim has tattoos. And has tattoos. Kim wears glasses, I think? I don't know. Yeah, glasses. Has tattoos. Little Rabbit. Oh wait, no, this is wait, I think once we figure this out, it's gonna replace all the text with names of each of the members. Interesting. Okay. So Little Rabbit is this one. Wait, but she doesn't look like she has tattoos. This is weird. One doesn't speak. This is Debbie. One in the stool. Is this right? Oh shit. No, I don't think that's right. I got one girl. One with glasses and has tattoos. Oh. Drinks beer. Debbie. That's just Kim is tall and has tattoos. I think it's this one. Oh, okay, so it's Kim. I mean, it's Little Rabbit. Kim doesn't speak, has a ponytail. It told me it's Kim a little bit. And then this one is blonde and drinks and smokes. Alright. Debbie is blonde and smokes. Little Rabbit is tall and has tattoos. Kim doesn't speak and has a ponytail. Jamie wears glasses and drinks beer. There we go. Ah, this is much, much better. So now we can do the TV code. Debbie's red. Kim is pink. And then we can play it. Yes, I think that's right. Debbie looks over at me and says, "You've got the hard part. You're going to have to pull the trigger. But don't worry. We'll be there to help you. Got it?" Then she adds, "Kim, record all the instructions so he doesn't forget. And destroy the evidence." She looks at the others like the cat that got the cream and announces, "Ladies, we have a plan." We look at each other and nod. I go over my notes and write down the details to try to remember them. Jamie opens another beer. A Little Rabbit feeds a parrot, and Kim picks up a newspaper. She'll be worth over 1 million stolen at Kane's. TE and walked out 60 seconds later with 1 million jewels. Astonishingly, the robber fell as he jumped from a hotel window, dropping his loot, but was still able to gather up the most expensive pieces and escape. The daring daylight raid that resonated with Hitchcock's film To Catch a Thief entered the record books as France's biggest jewel theft. 3 days later, the apologetic thief targeted the Kane's jewel store, Chronometry. Police are now not linking the robberies, attributing the latter to nullify opportunity. But officers say the Carlton robbery bears certain hallmarks of the notorious Pink Panther gang, suspected of carrying out 2 other high-profile heists, nesting around 3 million in the French Riviera in the last 2 months. The Côte d'Azur lives up to its double-edged reputation as a playground for the world's few one and what Somerset Macon described as A sunny place for shady people. Luxury yachts moored in the shimmering blue-green Mediterranean are more than a mirage of fantastic boats. When bored of bronzing, the rich go shopping, often for diamonds. It is no secret that at the height of summer, the designer and jewel shops here are packed with valuable. That's when I see it. At first, I don't believe my eyes. I immediately jump to my feet and snatch the newspaper out of her hands. I spread it out on the table so I can see better. Damn it! I don't believe my face. But how? On the front page of the newspaper? The police are looking for a gang that stole diamonds at a film festival. And my face is right there on the goddamn front page. I'm the main suspect. Shit.
Don't worry. You're safe here. You can trust us. Look. We found this cabinet at the tattoo studio. It's the Baser 91K. Do you have any idea on how to open it? Maybe there's something on the DVD.
Well, this is a alternative events. Is this what we see as our face? Or is this, like, this doesn't shock everyone else? Because, yeah. Maybe this is, like, someone else's face and our mind is not, like, making it look like that. It looks like our face.